Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors Dynasty. The Rainbows are 2-2 to start their season, coming off of a ridiculous loss to Cal where we were up 30-10 at one point. We're also 0-1 currently in the Mountain West, losing in week 2 to New Mexico State when DeMarcius Davis went down with an injury. But now the rest of our Mountain West season gets underway against Northern Illinois and San Jose State. A quick update on our recruiting battles. We are deadlocked with Arizona State right now for Clint Sauer. He is scheduled to visit the Sun Devils in week 13. We are almost certainly going to be losing out on Rashad Winston as Texas State has just run away with it. I'm actually going to go ahead and remove him from the board right now to free up those 50 points. And with those 50 points, I need 40 of them to schedule a visit. And if we can get Clint Sauer to visit before he visits Arizona State, that might be a big W for us. So I'm going to schedule him as early as possible for the game we have against Wyoming, a team that we have blown out the last 2 seasons we have played them. So we will get the first visit. As long as we can hang around, I think there's a good chance we end up with the 4-star wide receiver Clint Sauer. We actually have another recruiting battle with Texas State for Yosefa Fuata. Texas State is a team that we will see a bunch of if we do join the Pac-12, so it would be nice to steal some recruits from them. The NIU Huskies are led by sophomore quarterback Will Wilson, who has incredible scrambling ability, but is a bit lacking in the accuracy and arm strength department, though he is good at throwing on the run. One of their star players on this offense is halfback Greg Burrell, but this team is incredibly weak at receiver right now. Their number 1 guy is number 80 Preston Everhart, and they definitely lack speed past Preston. They are deep at tight end though with Jackson Warren and Cade McIntyre. And all things considered, as far as O-lines go in the Mountain West, this is a pretty good one. Lots of 70s and one guy even up to the 80s. NIU is 2-3 to start the season. They actually have a win over the New Mexico State team we lost to. They've then lost to Baylor, beaten an FCS program, got stomped by Georgia, and lost a close one to Texas State. So I would say Hawaii definitely looks like the better team coming into this matchup, at least on paper. But one thing NIU has on us, they are 1-0 in the Mountain West. We're looking to change that today. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe that this is the furthest that the Rainbow Warriors have traveled so far in the series, going all the way to Northern Illinois. Davis will hand off to Tandy to start the day. Tandy falling forward for a first down. And with that snap, Glenn Tandy officially can no longer be redshirted this season. He will serve as probably the primary halfback going forward. Matthew Monty in the game. Davis taking a hit. He was looking for Tama Huliata. Tandy back in for 2nd down and 10. And Tandy, another decent carry, a pickup of 6 to make it a 3rd and 4. Vailahi checks in for the 3rd down. Davis throwing. It's caught by Jackson Harris. Room to run, and the senior wideout is into NIU territory down at the 33. 21 personnel now for the Rainbow Warriors. Davis throwing, hit as he throws, finding Jackson Harris, a blocker for Harris. He's inside the 2, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. From the 1, 1st down and goal. Hawaii looking to strike early. It's Joe Presley, in and out of his hands, incomplete. Under center now is Davis from the 1-yard line. Handoff, Tandy's into the end zone. Touchdown Rainbow Warriors. And Glenn Tandy gets us on the board first. So a great start to the day for Coach McNulty's squad. Let's see if NIU can match. Wilson will look to throw, and Fetu Sila Tolu continuing his great freshman season. Another sack. 2nd and 17 after the loss, and Wilson will look to throw again. Stepping up and firing left side. That is completed for a pickup of 5. It's 3rd and long though. So an obvious passing situation here for Wilson. He drops back, has time, under pressure now, lobbing one over the middle. It's intercepted by Matthew Sherrills. Jumped up and got it. That one was just lobbed into some random area by Will Wilson. I didn't see if he was hit while he threw, but it kind of looked like it. No, this was just an errant ball by Wilson, who was not hit. I mean, he was under pressure from Aiden McComber, but was still on his feet the entire time. Just lobbed that one way too high to Matthew Sherrills. So 1st and 10 Hawaii, a chance to take a pretty significant lead early in this one. It's a dump off to Sesi Vailahi on the screen, cuts it back to the middle to pick up a Hawaii 1st down. 1st and 10 at the NIU 30. Davis throwing. He wanted Joe Presley, but he has had issues getting him the football these last couple weeks. Presley was wide open, would have been an easy 1st down. Davis just missed him. He's really been struggling more with that this year than in years past. Davis scrambling away from the blitz, and he turns it upfield. He's going to get the 1st down to the 13. What a play. For a guy that stands at 6'5", he is shockingly quick. It's now a 1st and 10 at the 13. Tandy will get the carry, but he's swallowed up in the backfield, a loss of 2. 3rd down and 8. Davis dropping back to pass. A man wide open over the middle is Kason Gallimore. Touchdown Hawaii, and they get on the board again. It'll be a 2-score lead as NIU takes back over, and we're only about halfway through the 1st. A 14-0 hole for the Huskies. Wilson throwing an interception on that last drive. He's going to the air again. I thought that was about to be picked again, but the big wide receiver comes down with it. That's Tyrell Johns, listed as the wide receiver 4. Looks like they've actually maybe got him playing tight end right now. At least that's how he was lined up in the formation a moment ago. 2nd down and 5. Wilson under pressure. It's Ty Cole this time getting home. He leads the team in sacks for a reason. NIU has gone to a hurry-up offense. Wilson with time up the seam. They had the cover 3 beat, and Will Wilson just missed his man. So far, so good for the Rainbow Warriors, but we don't want to let our foot off the gas. That's kind of what happened against Cal. It's Matthew Monty on a pretty solid carry here to start this new drive. 2nd down and 4. Davis throwing. It's Darren Finger seeing a little bit more playing time. He's got the 1st down. 1st and 10 inside the 30 now for the Bows. Hand off Tandy, can't make anybody miss, and Glenn Tandy loses a yard. 2nd and long now. Play action, quick throw, it finds Mixon, and it'll make it a 3rd and medium. 5 yards to go for the 1st. Out of the shotgun, Davis throwing, it's caught by Kason Gallimore, and he holds on, but the center, Tui Moody, is exiting with an injury. That is a position with which we don't have a ton of depth right now. 1st and 10 at the 19. Play action. And Davis over the middle. It's Jackson Harris wide open in zone. Touchdown Hawaii. And we have taken over this game in just the 1st quarter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and we haven't allowed a point yet. 3:20 left in the 1st quarter still. And NIU, it's a good carry this time, and it's going to be a 1st down and a little bit more as Greg Burrell, on I think his 1st carry of the day, picks up a very solid gain. Surely they go back to the ground after such a productive play, right? No, Wilson to the air. Quick throw, and that is completed. That's also a pretty productive play as it picks up a Huskies 1st. At the 50 now, best drive so far, as sad as it is to say. And it's just a quick bubble dump off for pickup of 5. Still running this tempo style of offense. Wilson brings him in motion. It's a fake to him, and then Burrell will get the football. He's met by Carvalho and Noah Wiley. So it's a 3rd down and 4. Play action. Wilson runs out of time. Hit initially by Ty Cole. I did not see who cleaned it up. Ty Cole with the pressure. Wilson is slow to get up. It's also 4th and 13 for NIU. This one looking like it's probably going to get ugly pretty quickly. We'll see how this drive goes for Hawaii. It's a handoff to Matthew Monty. Not much there for him. 3rd down and 6. Davis scrambling, throwing for Jackson Harris, who makes a cut and has a 1st down past the 40. It'll be a handoff to Tandy on 1st down, and Glenn is going to be down on the logo. That will also end the 1st quarter. 3rd down, 2 yards to go for the 1st. Davis, handoff. Tandy's not going to get there. In fact, he gains nothing. So the NIU defense finally able to get a stop. They've actually been decent stopping the run so far, but have struggled against the pass. Wilson stepping up, launching over the middle. It is broken up by Phelps, incomplete. Biggest issue with Wilson right now is that he's just taking far too much time to decide to throw the football, and that's the case again. It's Noah Wiley getting there initially. Jamel Savea was involved. Ty Cole was in the backfield. 3rd and 17. They've got to get to the 29 for a first down. They motion one of their receivers over to the left. Lots of time for Wilson, but he just takes a little check down. Jeremiah Newell is right there. It's another punt away for NIU. This is a sad looking offense. Still 21-0, a little over 9 minutes left to play in the second. Tandy up the gut. Glenn Tandy with a first down. Oh, he's just short actually. The line of scrimmage and the first down marker are identical. Davis throwing. Tamauliata, he holds on for the first. 1st and 10, play action. Davis throwing for Frank Mixon. He holds on through the hit. Another first down. In the red zone again, DeMarcius Davis is feeling it, but down he goes. He's going to feel that hit, that's for sure. 2nd and 18. Davis, play action, running out of time, and nearly intercepted. Just trying to throw a miracle ball to Glenn Tandy. So 3rd and forever for the Bows. Davis back to pass. He's running out of time again and just has to get rid of it. Incomplete, and the field goal unit will come on. The Sempebwa kick is good. It is 24-0 for the Rainbow Warriors. And it's a quick RPO that's actually going to lose a yard. They'll give him the line of scrimmage. Wilson, play action. Running out of time, Noah Wiley gets into the backfield. It is another Hawaii sack. How many 3rd and longs has this NIU team seen this week? Wilson, this is actually going to be a pretty positive play if only the player could hold on to it, but it was going to be well short of the first anyway. 1st and 10 Rainbow Warriors. Offense has cooled off a touch. Throw over the middle for Jackson Harris to try to get us fired back up. That'll pick up 7. 2nd and 3. Davis throwing, he wants Presley, and he holds on through the hit. 1st and 10 at the 28. Tandy on a carry, finds a lane, finds 5 yards. 2nd down. Davis to Matthew Monty, and a first down for Monty. 2nd down. Davis to throw, running out of time again, and down goes DeMarcius Davis. I saw an injury timeout. I was worried that that was Davis. It's an NIU player. 3rd and 19. Davis running out of time again, and down goes Davis. The pass protection has fallen apart in these last 2 drives. Bows add another 3 on another kick. It is 27-0. What can NIU do to try to match before halftime? Well, Fetu Silatolu says nothing. That is the 6th first half sack, and it's Silatolu's 2nd. 2nd and 16. Wilson will scramble. Is he actually going to take off? He does, using that speed to his advantage. He's short of the first, but he got very close to it. NIU uses a timeout there, which is risky. It's definitely betting on them getting the first down here. And they won't. They're short of it. It's 4th and inches. We're going to use a timeout. So the Rainbow Warriors will look to add more points before halftime. There's a flag down. This may be a free play, though we just check it down underneath. It's offsides on the defense. Makes it a 1st down and 5 with 1:05 left to play. Davis back to pass, looking for Jackson Harris. Breaks the tackle. Jackson Harris up the sideline and inside the 10. The senior is having an incredible final year at Hawaii. 1st and goal from the 8. Davis fumbles the football. It looks like it was supposed to be a speed option, and it never got to Vailahi. 2nd and goal, about 30 seconds left to be played. He wants Darren Finger. Touchdown for the Finger. Hawaii extends their lead even further. A 2nd week in a row with a touchdown now for Darren Finger, getting more and more involved in this offense. 34-0 is your score at halftime. I mean, you guys see how this game is going. At this point, I am probably just going to be putting the backups in. I probably will show the remainder of the game with those backups in. But if you want to skip to the end of this game, I'll put a timestamp on the screen right here. Looks like the Bows are exiting with a pretty comfortable victory. Backup defense for Hawaii. We don't have a ton of depth, so you're still going to see like Ty Cole and Noah Wiley and guys like that on occasion, but for the most part, it will be 2nd and 3rd string guys. I'm sure Ty Cole is not complaining about getting more playing time. He's looking for a Defensive Player of the Year award, I'm sure. Aiden McComber forces Wilson to scramble, and he dives down at the 24. 3rd down and 4. Man in motion, Wilson under pressure. That is forced out of the hands of his target. I think that was actually Chris Wokoma that forced it out. It's going to be a punt away. Well, and putting the subs in gives me a chance to show you guys my cheeks. JP Cheeks, that is, the freshman quarterback that I think is most likely in line to take over for DeMarcius Davis once he graduates. He'll be a redshirt freshman next year. Darren Finger, as we finger our cheeks. I don't know. There's a joke there for sure. If you're curious about JP Cheeks' ability, he is 6'4", so he's a similar height to Davis, so he stands pretty tall in the pocket. He's not nearly the athlete Davis is. Like, we've been sleeping on DeMarcius Davis's athleticism really up until this year. 90 acceleration, 95 agility, 84 speed. None of that with JP Cheeks. One thing that Cheeks does have over everyone else, though, he has the strongest arm on the entire team, and that's as a freshman. His accuracies are not great, though his medium is actually pretty good. Short is the worst on the team, and the deep is really bad. So he's got a ways to go. He for sure needs to develop. He does have the impact development trait. So do I think he's ever really going to be like a superstar? Probably not. But I do think he could be a solid starter after Davis graduates, because we have this year and next year, hopefully, of Davis. So we want to see some good development with JP Cheeks in this year and next. 1st and 10. Cheeks will look to throw right side. It's completed to Damon Brazil. He wears the number 38. That's disgusting. We're going to have to change that, but there's his first reception in his career. He is a redshirt freshman receiver. 3 backs in the backfield, including tight end Larry Booth. Sesi Vailahi gets the carry, not much there. On 2nd down, play action. Cheeks runs out of time. He had a man wide open over the middle, but he takes a sack. 3rd down and 19. Cheeks throwing. A blitz was sent. Tama Uliata's gonna have to do some serious work to pick up a first. He's nowhere close. Quick 3 and out for NIU. Hawaii is back on the field offensively. Vailahi on a carry. He's been used less and less this year. He does have good ratings. It's just that I swear Glenn Tandy runs better than everyone else, despite being a low 70s guy. Cheeks will hand off to Zaire Brissy, who gets one of his first carries on the season. And it's a really good one for Brissy. 1st and 10. Hand off Vailahi. Nice little running lane for Vailahi. Picks up 3. Boy, is it not kind of refreshing to see a quarterback with an actual quarterback number in the backfield. Cheeks will look to pick up the 1st down here. He's got a man. It's Kaysen Gallimore. Bit of a high ball. Gallimore's tall enough to come down with it, though. 2nd and 10. Cheeks throws. He had a wide open man. It was Damon Brazil, but it was at his feet. 2nd down and 10. Vailahi going nowhere. In fact, he's losing a couple yards. 3rd down and 12. Cheeks looking to throw, and it's again at the feet of his target. He's just got to work on those accuracies. If that's a more accurate ball, it definitely gives him a chance. Field goal attempt, no good from Caleb Sempebwa. First one he's missed today. Still 34-0 as this game is getting closer and closer to the finish. Still the starting offense for NIU, and they have not been able to do anything against mostly backups. 2nd down and 10. Wilson under pressure again. It's Aiden McComber forcing him forward. He's outrunning a bunch of players and then tripped up at the 49. Will they end the shutout at the very least? 1st down from the 49, handoff Burrell. And anytime he's gotten the ball, it's actually been a pretty decent carry. They've obviously just been way behind, so they've pretty much strictly been going to the air. But when Greg Burrell has gotten the ball, it's been pretty good. 2nd down and 4. Wilson brings the tight end in motion. Fake jet, handoff Burrell, and now he's going backwards, losing 3. 3rd and 7. Wilson under pressure from Moffitt, and he throws it away. 4th down, and they punt. A genuinely incredible kick pins us all the way back at the 1. Cheeks hands off Vailahi. Really good blocking. Vailahi into some open space. It's a 1st down. Up to the 13 now. More to safety as Vailahi does not get the block he needs. That'll end of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 to begin the 4th quarter. Cheeks throwing Tama Uliada's way, and that's a first down picked up. First down at the 28, handoff Vailahi, and Vailahi finds a ton of running room to the 45. Second and 11. Cheeks will throw. It's Darren Finger on the reception. Now it's a third down and 6. Cheeks to throw. Tama Uliada lays out for it. First and 10. From the 34 now. Small blitz being sent. Cheeks stands tall in the pocket, finds Damon Brazil, and he's up to the 15. Honestly, been pretty good from JP Cheeks so far. Just a few misses, really. First and 10 at the 15. Zaire Brissy following his blockers, picking up 2. Second and 8. Cheeks will hand it off to Vailahi. Makes it a 3rd and 3. Third down from the 8. Cheeks throwing, caught by Larry Booth. He can't get into the end zone, but it is a fresh set of downs. Zaire Brissy, the back for first down and goal from the 2. Brissy into the end zone, untouched. And the Rainbow Warriors extend the lead even further. After the PAT, it'll be 41-0. 41-0 ends up being the final score. Northern Illinois gets shut out, and Hawaii putting their foot down, saying, you know what, it was a fluke that we lost to New Mexico State. Watch this. And then came in and dominated Northern Illinois on the road. This is a big statement win in the Mountain West, I think. NIU only had 78 yards of total offense, 5 first downs. We had 32, and we had 471 yards of total offense. Just a game that we completely dominated. Not even close. DeMarshus Davis, 223 yards. 3 touchdowns, no picks. That was only in the first half. And then JP Cheeks was really good in his appearance. He did have a couple errant throws. Otherwise, 11 for 14, 133 yards, 78%. We'll take that every single time. Running the football, Vailahi finishes with the most yards. The most efficient back today, though, was Zaire Brissy. He only had 5 touches, but all of them were pretty good. 7 for 127 and a touchdown for Jackson Harris, re-establishing himself as the wide receiver 1. Darren Finger, 6 for 72 and a touchdown. He did play the whole game, though, and kind of filled the Jackson Harris role for JP Cheeks. Tama Uliada also played basically the whole game, 4 for 44. Kason Gallimore, 3 grabs. Joe Presley's role has really fallen off a cliff. He was getting a ton of targets earlier in the year, but not so much these days. A ton of sacks again for this defense. Noah Wiley with 2, Ty Cole with 2, Fetusila Tolu with 2, Aiden McComber with 1, and Jamel Savea with a half a sack. Matthew Sherrills with the interception. It was just an all-around electric game from the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. There's just something about this Darren Finger kid. His attributes aren't that great. He's not even that fast of a player, but when he touches the football, he just makes stuff happen, man. I definitely want to see him on the field more. He is kind of slowly but surely taking over Tama Uliada's role. I think these two will still rotate, as I still want Harris and Presley to be the 1-2 combo. But I think Finger has played himself these last 2 weeks into a bigger role on the team. So we advance the week. Our next matchup is on the road again against San Jose State. They actually beat us last year, so we're looking for some revenge in this week. Take a look at recruiting. Clint Sauer, he is into his top 3. He visits us week 8. It might be too late at that point. I think as long as we can stay in the mix, we will probably get into a recruiting battle with Arizona State, and then the visit might seal it for us, but it is coming down to the wire. Current week is week number 7, so we would need to survive 2 more weeks with Clint Sauer not getting stolen from us, and then he would visit against Wyoming. That's our next home game, as we are on a pretty significant road stretch right now. And then the game after that is actually at Arizona State, and by that point we will know which team that player has committed to. If we lose out on Sauer, that will be the first time we've lost a 4-star battle, as we got Moffitt and Silo Tolu relatively easily. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would we be allowed to go after a different 4-star if there are any still available if we lose out on Sauer? Or did we just lose out on our chance for a 4-star this year? I ask just because this hasn't come up yet, so I want to know kind of our house rules for that. Currently, I'm leaning to keep things more difficult and have it be just the one 4-star, but want to know your guys' opinion. Wow, for the 3-star CB Chance Kamalot, Oregon State has just completely shot up the list. I think it's because he visited Oregon State last week. We're now pretty much tied with them, but they have overtaken us. We do not have a good hard sell for him, but we could schedule him to visit as well in week 8. But even though it's not showing it here, I believe it would be considered a competitive visit, as he is a CB and Sauer is a wide receiver. One player we are going to schedule to visit in week 8 for complimentary for Clint Sauer is Ofisa Gupta. He is a quarterback prospect. He's actually an athlete. We're in first for him right now. He is a Hawaiian player, so he only costs 10 points actually to schedule the visit for, and I like that as a complimentary visit. And we're also going to send the house his way. The Spartans come into this contest at 3-2, 1-0 in the conference with a win over Air Force. They only won by 6 against an FCS program, lost pretty badly to East Carolina, dominated Rice, dominated Air Force, and then lost pretty badly to Mizzou. So it's been a topsy-turvy season for San Jose State, to say the least. They are led by senior quarterback Austin Novosad. They've got Devontae Lyons in his senior season as a halfback, but the star of this team is Jurion Dickey, up to an 87 overall, but the guy that we saw the most of last time was Malachi Riley. Funny enough, Riley was with San Jose State in year 1, left for UConn, and has now come back for his senior season. So we wouldn't have seen him last year, but I believe the season before he absolutely cooked us. This is a team with a decent quarterback and decent weapons, and an offensive line that is not half bad either. This is a pretty capable offense. So now it is time to see if Hawaii can get their revenge, losing to this team last year on their way to winning the Mountain West Championship. We want to prove that we can beat this team. San Jose State has won this matchup 6 times running at this point. Hawaii will look to put an end to that streak today. Spartans start with the football, and Novosad sends a man in motion to the left. He will look to throw. He has plenty of time over the middle, nearly intercepted, still being bobbled around, eventually incomplete. A scary throw to start the day for Austin Novosad. 2nd and 10. It's Devontae Lyons in the backfield, but it will go to the air under pressure. Novosad breaks out of the sack and is able to throw it away. That makes it a 3rd down and 10 for SJSU. A decent pocket this time, and an open man over the middle. That is completed to Jurion Dickey for the first time today. Jurion Dickey. And that'll be a Spartans 1st down. Approaching the logo now. They're at the 44. Handoff Lyons for the first time. Really good blocking. Broken tackle for Lyons, and he's inches short of a 1st down. From the 46 now. With time, throwing over the middle. That is caught. 1st down. It's Malachi Riley. A jump ball grab for Riley, and it's a 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone for San Jose State. Novosad will throw again. It's Malachi Riley once again for a pickup of 9 this time. 2nd and a very short one. And it's going to be a keeper for Novosad, and I don't know if he got the first. They say that he did. 1st down and 10 from the 12. Novosad throwing right side. That is completed for a short pickup down at the 8. 2nd down and 6 from the 8. And it's a handoff, and tackled down from behind is Devontae Lyons. 3rd down and 5. It's a direct snap to the halfback, and Shaq Moffitt, unblocked, brings him down for a loss. 4th down and 7. 1st and 10 for the Rainbow Warriors offense. Davis looking to throw, and throwing on the run for Kaysen Gallimore. That's a 1st down. From the 29, a 1st down and 10. Handoff Glenn Tandy as he falls forward for 6. From the 35, it's a 2nd and 4. Tandy on another carry. Burst of speed for Glenn Tandy. He's past the 50, past the 45, and down at the San Jose 43. Vailahi will check in to give Tandy a breather. 1st and 10, though. Davis will look to throw. He's got Darren Finger wide open to the right side. A pickup of 8 for the freshman. 2nd and short. And Davis will go to the air again over the middle. It's Vailahi on the reception. A 1st and 10 for Hawaii, and we are in the red zone. From the 16 now. Play action. Davis throws. It's off the mark in the direction of an open Kaysen Gallimore. There was some pressure after the play action, but that should be a completed pass from Demarcius Davis. He'll look Gallimore's way again. Gallimore will hold on. Joe Presley, a non-contact injury for him. That promotes Damon Brazil into a more significant role, as now it's 3rd down and 6. And Brazil's gonna get a chance immediately, but he can't hold on. 4th down, we'll settle for a 3 of our own. Or will we? The kick, no good from Caleb Sempebwa. Missed it wide left. It is 0-3 still in favor of San Jose State. A quick throw over the middle to Malachi Riley. It's a 1st down for him. It's an abdominal tear for Joe Presley. I've got to assume that is likely a season ender. I can't remember exactly how long an abdominal tear is injury-wise in these EA Sports games. 1st and 10 from the 32 for San Jose State. And looking to throw under pressure, Ty Cole brings down the quarterback for a sack. 2nd and 17 after the huge loss for Austin Novosad. Look to throw again under some pressure from Ty Cole, and it's Malachi Riley on another reception. 3rd down and 4 for San Jose State. Novosad out of the shotgun blitz being sent, and down goes Austin Novosad. Another sack. This time it's Charles Bagley, the DB, that gets home on the blitz completely untouched. 4th down, Spartans. So you might be wondering who's going to take over for Joe Presley in that wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 role while he's out. There's a few guys. I mean, we could promote Darren Finger. He's been playing well. Tama Uliata is the obvious one. But the guy that I'm going to promote is Matthew Monty, as weird as it sounds. He's got good speed. And the thing about Joe Presley is that he had incredible route running. Well, Matthew Monty's short route running is actually the best on the team. And he's very similar in the medium route running department. Obviously, Harris is the best route runner on the team in general, but I think Monty actually has the skill set to fit the role of Joe Presley pretty nicely. The biggest difference is that he's not quite as good with the hands, but he's still pretty good. 81 catching, and Presley had really good catch in traffic and spec catch. We were never going to be able to replace that, no matter who we plugged in here. The closest guy would be Tama Uliata, but we're going to give Monty a shot here. He's had less and less of a role out of the backfield as Tandy has kind of taken over as the top guy. So let's give him a chance to prove he belongs elsewhere. He's got that elite development. We want to see this guy on the field. It'll be a rotation though. Sometimes, like right now, you're going to see Monty out of the backfield. But when Tandy is in the backfield, oh my goodness, as Monty loses 4. When Tandy is in the backfield or Vailahi is in the backfield, you should see Matthew Monty out there as a receiver. We may have to adjust the depth chart a bit more as he's not currently out there. Vailahi makes a man miss and gets back just past the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 9 from the 39. Demarcius Davis back to throw. He's got Jackson Harris wide open. Easy 1st down for Hawaii. That will also end the 1st quarter. 3-0 after the end of the 1st, and there is Matthew Monty finally in the game as a receiver. Vailahi and Tandy are the backs. It's play action, and having to get rid of it quickly as Davis finds Vailahi, jukes back into another defender to make it 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 from the 17. Davis throwing, and that is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Matthew Monty. 3rd down and short. 3 halfbacks in the game. Tandy gets the carry, has the 1st down easily. From the 12 now, a 1st down and 10. Looking to throw is Davis, and just dumps this to Mixon, who unfortunately steps out of bounds. 8 yards to go for the 1st. Davis throws. It's Matthew Monty on the reception. He'll pick up 7. 3rd down and 1 from the 2. Vailahi the back and reaching across for the 1st down. 1st down and goal. You've got Tandy, Brissy, and Monty in the backfield. Davis hands. Tandy does not get into the end zone. Vailahi now the back for 2nd and goal. Davis throwing. It's out of reach of Mixon. He bumped into a defender. From inside the 1 still. It is I formation. Vailahi is the back. Davis will sneak. He does not get it. 4th and goal. The OC wants us to go for it. From the half-yard line, 4th and goal. San Jose State used a timeout. They did not like what they saw. Goal line formation. Handoff. Vailahi. He's not even close. Cushenberry not blocked at all. I mean, that blocking logic is just impeccably bad. It's London Muhammad just completely whiffing on his block. All is not lost. Perhaps we can get them for a safety here. We need a tackle for loss, and it's a tackle for positive yards. 2nd and 6, 7.5 left to be played here in the first half, and it's a wide receiver screen, broken tackle, spin move, and down near the 20. That's KK Smith on the reception. Some nice moves after the catch for KK Smith. 1st and 10, 7 minutes left to play, and they are officially to safety. So they bring the tight end over to the right side of the formation and then fake the handoff. Ty Cole gets there instantly, spinning out of the sack. It's eventually broken up by Matthew Sherrills anyway. What a dramatic play to essentially amount to nothing. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Handoff. Sila Tolu was there, couldn't make the tackle. Down goes Lions at the 25. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Spartans. Novosad to throw and punched out of the hands or dropped. Either way, it's incomplete in the direction of Meyer Swinney. The Bows failing to get into the end zone last time. They'll try it once again. Davis back to pass. And it's Jackson Harris on the drag route. It's a 1st down and a bit more, about 17 yards for Harris. From the 39, a 1st and 10. Tandy on a carry. Glenn Tandy with another Hawaii 1st down. He doesn't want to go down. Tackled forward at the 21. 2nd down and 10 from the 21. Davis throwing in zone. It's in and out of the hands of Matthew Monty. Incomplete. 3rd down, Rainbow Warriors. Davis throwing. Jackson Harris, it's over his outstretched hands. Incomplete. Davis missing a touchdown there. The kick from Sempebwa, trying to tie the game. That one is good. It is 3-3 late in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10, handoff Lions as San Jose State takes over. A flag is down. This is coming back. 1st down and 8 after the illegal block in the back from the 27. Lions is still the back. Novosad throwing, though. That's completed. Dickey outrunning Phelps, nearly breaking away on that one. 4 minutes left to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the 43. Novosad under pressure. Ty Cole doesn't let him get away this time. Another sack for the sophomore. 2nd and 15 after the loss. Back at the 38 now. Novosad throwing. That's Riley on the reception. Breaks the 1st tackle. Manages to pick up 10. 3rd down and 5. Novosad out of the shotgun. And throwing. That is completed for a 1st down. It's KK Smith. About to hit the 2-minute timeout. They'll have to run one more play. Novosad's throw is completed for a short pickup. 2 minutes left. It's 2nd and 7. Novosad with time, and it's swatted down at the line of scrimmage. It's Noah Wiley that jumped up and got a paw on it. 3rd down and 7. Novosad back to pass, has plenty of time. He wants it all. Lobbing for the end zone. It is swatted down by Phelps. Incomplete. 4th and 7. San Jose State will punt. Good punt. We start at the 6. High formation, Glenn Tandy on a short pickup. 2nd and 8. Got to be a little careful with the clock here. Don't want to give San Jose State good field position and a decent bit of time left, as Harris will get close to the 1st. 3rd down and 1. Davis throwing. It's incomplete. He had Darren Finger. It was the perfect play call. It was an RPO. They sent the blitz, so we go with the pass. And I mean, this is maybe a touchdown for Darren Finger. He is pretty fast, and Davis just misses him. There's nobody over the middle of the field. 38 seconds left. That miss also prevents us from getting the 1st down, which gives San Jose State some time. Diving grab and a timeout used. 1st and 10. Novosad, only a 4-man rush, but it gets home. It's Aiden McComber. That's a sack, a loss of 8. They are not using the final timeout. They may just let it go to half. There's about 5 seconds on the clock. Will they run one more play? They will. On 2nd and 18, it's completed, but it doesn't get very far. Halftime, 3-3, as neither team has been able to find the end zone. Hawaii coming within a half a yard, but could not punch it in. -9 rushing yards for the Spartans, by the way. 1st and 10 at the 23. Hawaii does start with the football here in the 3rd quarter. It's a good start for Glenn Tandy, who has a 1st down. And a good day on the ground for Glenn Tandy. 1st and 10. Finalizing in the game now, though. And it's a throw over the middle, caught by Frank Mixon, and he's down at the SJSU 40. First and 10 again for the Bows. And a throw for Tandy is completed. Glenn Tandy makes a man miss. He's out of bounds at the 30 with another Hawaii first down. Finalizing the back for 3rd and 10. He'll get the carry, tries to go to the outside and then cut it back to the middle. And now our left guard, Solatoa Moiai, is injured. 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And throwing over the middle is Davis, finding Harris, who mosses the linebacker. I need to see that again. Pay attention to how lost the linebacker gets. It's a great throw from Davis, throwing it up where really only Harris could get it. And the linebacker is just all kinds of turned around. What a play. Goal to go from the 3 on 1st and goal. Davis to Tandy, untouched. Touchdown Hawaii. Glenn Tandy into the end zone. And the Rainbow Warriors will take the lead off of their first possession in the 3rd quarter. 10-3 for the Warriors now as the Spartans take over. 9:30 left to be played. And Novosad dumps this off to Lions. And that's going to be a pickup of 1. Still a 2nd and long. Novosad under pressure. I think that's Ty Cole that got home. But Malachi Riley on the reception has a first down. From the 41 now. Handoff Lions. Really good blocking here to the left side. Outrunning the linebacker. He fumbles the football. It is recovered by the Rainbow Warriors. No question about that one. A fumble forced, and the Bows fall on it. 1st and 10 Hawaii. I saw that it was Phelps that recovered it. I want to see who forced it, as it's a really good run from Lions. It's Matthew Sherrills. He had the interception a week ago. He now has a forced fumble. He's playing at a really high level right now. That's a big time turnover for the Rainbow Warriors. Now a chance to extend their lead. Tandy up the middle. There is nobody here. Glenn Tandy, another huge pickup. 9 for 88. Solatoa, our left guard, still not back in the game, by the way, but it was not a serious injury. It said he would return. 1st and 10, Davis will throw over the middle. It's Jackson Harris on another reception, and a 1st and 10. From the 33, 1st and 10. And a throw is caught, but then forced out of the hands of Case and Gallimore. High ball from Davis. 3rd down and 7. Davis throwing. Where is that football going, DeMarshuis Davis? Not even close to Jackson Harris. So a long Caleb Sempebwa kick is good. So another field goal added for the Rainbow Warriors. And we are up by 2 scores. 13-3 now. A little bit of a cushion for Hawaii. Empty set for Austin Novosad to start this new drive. He'll throw over the middle. It's completed. Broken tackle for Dickey, and that's a first down. Dickey not been overly involved today. It's been a lot of Malachi Riley. And this throw is going to neither of them. Nice juke move following the blocker. A good start to this new drive for the Spartans, as they are approaching field goal range. Would want a good 10 yards or so still. Lions on another carry. A flag is down again, and this is coming back again. An illegal block in the back makes it a 1st down and 9 from the 45. Handoff, Lions going nowhere. He's back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9. They've got trips out very wide to the left. Novosad throwing, that's completed to Riley. It's 3rd and 1. I formation for San Jose State on the 3rd down and 1. And it's a sneak for Novosad, and he gets it. About 3 minutes left to be played in the 3rd quarter. Novosad from out of the shotgun. He's got Lions with him. Play action. Novosad under pressure. Steps up. It's intercepted. A terrible throw is picked off by Charles Bagley, who is chased down at the 49. Another turnover forced by Hawaii. This one just an errant throw from Austin Novosad. 3rd down and 7. Davis back to pass over the middle. It's caught by Mixon, who has the first down and a bit more. 1st and 10 at the 31 now. And it's going to be a throw to the outside. Case and Gallimore on the reception. That picks up 9. 2nd and 1. Davis back to throw, and to the outside. It's going to be caught by Jackson Harris. down at the 15. His next play could be the last one of the third quarter. So we are in the red zone now, and it's a handoff to Vilahi, and the run defense too strong there. 3 quarters in the books. 2nd and 10 to start the fourth. Handoff, Glenn Tandy's losing yardage. 3rd and 13 from the 18. Davis will throw over the middle. It is incomplete at the feet of Jackson Harris, who definitely had a free first down there. It has been 7 straight quarters since this defense has allowed a touchdown, only giving up the 3 points since the beginning of the game against NIU. 1st and 10 after another Malachi Riley reception. It's a dump off that is completed for a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3 for San Jose State. And it's play action over the middle. Open man is Malachi Riley. Charles Bagley chases him down. And Riley has 142 receiving yards. I'm telling you, he might be 3rd on the depth chart, but I swear he's their best receiver. 1st and 10, all the way up to the 31 now for San Jose State. And it's another completion to Malachi Riley. A pickup of 6. 9 minutes left to be played. Out of the pistol. Stepping up, scrambling is Novosad. Outruns some defenders, brought down from behind at the 15. 1st and 10 in the red zone now for San Jose State. Looking to get back within a score. Can we continue to keep these teams out of the end zone as Lions gains 2? 2nd and 8 from the 13. A throw is caught by Swinney, the tight end, making it a 3rd and 3. Completely empty set for Novosad. On 3rd down and 3 from the 8. Blitz is sent. Wide open man in the corner of the end zone is Jurion Dickey. Touchdown San Jose State. And they will break that 7-quarter scoreless streak held by the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors defense. They're also back within a score. 4th quarter, 7 minutes left. It is 16-10. We'd like any points as a little bit of insurance here. This is a reception for Harris, who has been a busy man today, especially with the injury to Joe Presley. 2nd down and inches from the 31. Davis will hand off to Tandy, and he will get the first. Under 6 minutes left now. Davis throwing wide open man, and it's Darren Finger off to the races. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Darren Finger. This guy is on the football field and he just makes stuff happen. He doesn't get the ball a lot, but when he does, he makes an impact. I love this kid. We're going for the 2-point conversion to make it a clean 14-point lead. Davis out of the shotgun. Fires. He wants Monty. That's caught, and the 2-point conversion is good. It is 24-10. A 14-point hole and not a ton of time for the Spartans. 5:39 left in the game. Are we finally going to snap that 6-game losing streak to San Jose State? Stepping up and scrambling, running out of time is Novosad, and he goes down. It's Noah Wiley with another sack. The 5th on the day for the Rainbow Warriors. And now it's 2nd down and 21. Down to 5 minutes left. Novosad with time, just a quick drag route to Lions, and it's 3rd down and 18, but obviously 4-down territory. You don't have to get all of it back right here. Novosad need to get something back at least, as this pass is going backwards, and it maybe gets a yard. That's what they'll say it gets. And so it's a 4th and 17, game on the line for San Jose State. Novosad back to pass, under pressure, and up the sideline, he finds Dickey. That's a nice throw from Novosad. That's a big first down. They are still alive. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Novosad throws right side. Dickey can't get in front of the receiver to block. It's KK Smith on the reception. 1st and 10, San Jose State again. Down to about 3 minutes left to be played. They're on the Hawaii side of the field. Hit as he throws, it's completed. No, punched out of the hands of KK Smith. 2nd down from the Hawaii 47. He looks to throw under pressure again, off his back foot. It's intercepted. It's Charles Bagley for the second time today, and that should be the dagger in this one. We did not get a whole lot of interceptions last year. I think less than 5. We have 2 today just from Charles Bagley, and we should be breaking that San Jose State win streak. So another victory for the Rainbow Warriors, and this time over San Jose State, a team we have not beaten in the past 6 meetings. But finally, Hawaii is back in the win column against San Jose State. Charles Bagley with 2 interceptions is the player of the game, and I want to shout out this defense. After the 4th quarter collapse against Cal, they have only allowed 10 points in the next 2 games. That's very impressive. Really good day for DeMarshius Davis. He was only 1 yard away from 300. 66% completion percentage, a touchdown, and no picks. Just very efficient, did his job, and got out with a dub. Glenn Tandy was great today. 17 for 119, 7 per carry, and a touchdown. He is definitely establishing himself as the lead back. And if the Joe Presley injury is as serious as I think it is, I do also think Monty will be transitioning more to a wide receiver role for the remainder of this season, especially since we have the depth at halfback right now with Sesi Vailahi. 8 for 94 for Jackson Harris. He was the safety blanket today. 4 catches for Kaysen Gallimore, getting more and more involved in the passing game. 3 for Frank Mixon, 3 for Vailahi, 2 for 75, and a touchdown for Darren Finger. I said it, he doesn't get the ball a ton, but when he does, magic happens. Defensively, Charles Bagley led the way in solo tackles. Chris Wokoma with total tackles. Ty Cole with 2 TFLs leads the team. He also had 2 sacks. Aiden McComber, Noah Wiley, and Charles Bagley all getting a sack. And then Bagley also had 2 picks. What a day for him. We also had a forced fumble from Matthew Sherrills, which was recovered by us. So a total of a +3 turnover differential. So the Bows improved to 4-2 with a win over San Jose State. We're also now over 500 in the conference, which is exactly what we wanted after this episode. Charles Bagley wins Defensive Player of the Week for the Mountain West Conference with that 2 interception performance. As for recruiting, as I expected, Clint Sauer is now locked in a recruiting battle. He is split between Arizona State and Hawaii. We play Arizona State later this season. They are currently gaining more influence with us despite us maxing out the points we can put into Clint Sauer. We do have him scheduled to visit in week 8, so we need to survive this next week against UNLV, and then he will visit during our match against Wyoming. That will be a must-win game, assuming Sauer has not already committed to Arizona State at that point. If we win that game against Wyoming, I think that there is a reasonable chance we can snag Sauer away from Arizona State. It's gonna be really close. I'd say right now, it's probably most likely he's gonna end up a Sun Devil, but we're gonna do everything we can to make him a Rainbow Warrior. In our other tight recruiting battle, it's Josefa Fuata, the right guard out of Texas. We are now gaining more influence than Texas State. He may actually commit after this next game against UNLV. It's looking like we're probably going to lose out on the corner Chance Camelot. We've got points maxed out. I don't currently have the points available for a visit. He's already visited with Oregon State. You know what? I changed my mind. I have to find the points to schedule this visit for him. I don't know if it's going to be considered competitive since we have a couple offensive players visiting in week 8 as well. It doesn't say that it is, so I'm going to trust that it's not. And we're going to schedule him for week 8 also against Wyoming. So that's a huge game for Hawaii. That is a must-win game, genuinely. What I'm guessing is likely going to happen is after this game against UNLV, we'll be locked in a recruiting battle with Oregon State. And then we should have the visit where Wyoming comes to play us. And if we win that game, we could also maybe steal him away from Oregon State. But some of these battles are getting pretty close, definitely down to the wire. So Joe Presley with his abdominal tear will miss the next 5 weeks. That means he would be back for the end of the season, whatever postseason we might have, but right now he's going to be gone for quite a while. And I'd like to pose the question to you guys: who takes over his spot? I like Jackson Harris being the wide receiver 2 and the slot guy in the depth chart. I think that gives him the best routes most of the time. That would promote Darren Finger currently to the wide receiver 1 spot. We could also put Tama Uliata there, have Darren Finger be the 3rd guy. Finger has just been so electric, I'm tempted to give him the chance. There is, of course, also Matthew Monty, who for whatever reason doesn't show up on this version of the depth chart, but does show up when you're actually playing the game, so I could plug him into this spot as well. He really does have good abilities as a receiver. He's a much better route runner than Darren Finger, similar speed, similar catching, and in fact, Matthew Monty has better catch in traffic and better spec catch. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed the hot hand. Darren Finger has been really impressive in the last 3 weeks. He has not been involved in a lot of plays, but when he gets involved, he makes huge plays. So why not get him involved in more plays? So we're gonna give the kid a chance. Darren Finger is gonna play the Joe Presley role, at least for the game against UNLV, while Joe Presley is out. We'll see how that goes for him. And then it'll be Jackson Harris, Tama Uliata, and then Damon Brazil. We'll also probably bring Monty into the mix a bit, but he will remain as mostly a halfback, though Tandy has really kind of fully taken over the backfield at this point. Here's a look at the conference standings before we end the episode. The next game against UNLV is a rematch of the Mountain West Conference Championship, and they're off to a pretty good start in conference play. They are 2-0. New Mexico is 3-0 currently. Fortunately for us, our visits are against Wyoming. They are 0-2 in the conference, 1-4. They're just having a tough season once again. New Mexico is actually the only Mountain West team we do not play this season. So if we were to see them, it would be in the championship game. We'll see if they continue to stay hot. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. The next episode is a huge one. The rematch against UNLV, and then of course the game against Wyoming, where we have 3 different players visiting. So very important episode coming up next. Thank you guys so much for watching and for the continued support. Shout out as always to the channel members for continuing to support me in all the ways that you do. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and hit the sub button for me. It does help me out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the Rainbow Warriors rematch against UNLV.